This is an iconic album if there ever is one. Those rare records that not only define a moment but continue to influence generations. This is Abbey Road by the Beatles. Stands as a towering example, but what exactly gives it that status? What makes it a particular record so endearing and so legendary? To answer that, you have to kind of understand the journey. When the Beatles first burst into the scene with Please, Please, Please Me in 1963, their sound was youthful, energetic, rooted in the early rock and roll and scuffle. Songs like I Saw Her Standing There and Love Me Do were catchy, charming, relatively simple, built around harmonies, hand claps, and the fresh-faced exuberance of four guys in matching suits. They were pop stars, yes, but no one yet saw them as these sonic innovators. Of course, I can go into the history of the Beatles, but I don't want to, dig deep with these guys. I don't want to kind of overpower this video with just the wild history of the Beatles. Even before, their first album, I mean, just the singles themselves. Okay, so fast forward, just think about this. Think about this. This has baffled me. 6 years from the first album to Abbey Road was 6 years. Every year they were progressing something new, something different. It was crazy to think about. So it took them 6 years to Abbey Road, and almost hard to believe it's the same band. In 1969, the Beatles had reinvented themselves almost every year. They just kept reinventing themselves. Their songwriting had matured, their lyrical themes had deepened, and their approach to studio recording had become almost cinematic. Abbey Road isn't just an album, it's a sonic experience. I mean, just from the beginning, come together, murky, hypnotic, with funky bass lines and cryptic lyrics. Something is a gorgeous, vulnerable ballad that put George Harrison's songwriting on par with Lennon and McCartney. And the song Because, it's so beautifully haunting. It makes me want to cry. And its layered harmonies and, moody synth texture sounds like more like a dream than just a pop song. This was a band that had evolved far beyond the mop-top beginnings. Their sound had shifted from boyish charm to studio mastery. They were using technology in new ways, incorporating the Moog synthesizer, experimenting with studio imaging, and pushing multi-track recordings to its limits. George Martin, often called the fifth Beatle, really helped them transform the studio into an instrument itself. And then there's the structure, the B-side medley. A seamless suit of short musical ideas kind of stitched into an epic finale, and you kind of experience the makings of this if you watch Peter Jackson's Get Back. It's just so good to see that process together. This kind of ambition was unheard of in pop music at the time. It was progressive, theatrical, emotionally resonant, and just the final line, and in the end you take is equal to the love you make. Felt like a send-off, not just as an album, but for the band itself. Of course, we can't ignore the cover. That crosswalk shot, so simple yet so iconic, became one of the most recognized images in music history. No title, no band name, just four figures walking away from the studio that shaped them. A silent farewell, if you will. So what makes Abbey Road iconic? It's not just the songs, it's the journey. It's how four boys from Liverpool went from innocent pop to sonic pioneers, from charming, love songs to philosophical statements. Abbey Road captures the final chapter of that evolution, a band on the verge of breaking apart, yet still united in one last act of brilliance. That's what makes this album timeless, and it's what makes it iconic. So if you haven't listened to this album yet, check it out. Let me know what you think. Tell me what your favorite song is from this album. Tell me your favorite Beatles moment. Tell me your favorite Beatles album. I love the Beatles. Incredible work. Check them out. Let me know what you think.